Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद,
Salam alaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనములు.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जनेन्द्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते हैं या अली मदद.
मलाली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीचर बंदरों को बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बरजान. हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा. मैं से फालतू बाबा.
And of course, myself, Altu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make your Tuesday totally terrific and totally मस्तानी बंद जाने.
अच्छा बरजान, याद दिला दो आप लोगों को बरजान. This is COVID shelter in place day number 169. हाँ सुनने में आया कि काफी सारे जगह पे businesses are opening up for for customers. Schools are contemplating of opening up their doors for children to come into work and everything. So please, let me tell you one thing. Economy, I repeat it again for you, Gamarjan. The whole market, the people around you, the businesses are opening up because of economy. That we require money, not because of the fact that they're able to find a vaccine for COVID-19. Let me be very clear about it. It is in the works. It's getting done. It'll take some time. The trials are going on. Hopefully, we'll find a solution for it. Don't just think that, okay, oh, yeah, Russia and China got to think. वहाँ पे भी question mark है. Yesterday we shared with you on a Good Morning Bay, right? So definitely go to mediamehma.com and click on the COVID updates for you guys to get more information what's happening out there. We also are posting information about the local areas, what's happening with the local counties. Because भले एक बार California कुछ दे दिया तो मतलब ये नहीं कि counties भी follow करेंगी, right? So because there is always independence for all the local governments as well. For certain level there's independence for them, so they'll decide what to do. Sometimes your county might say, there's not many cases, let's open up fully and have everybody go party and have rave parties on the beach and everything. You never know. But as of now, Burjan, there's still a smoke around there. The California fires are still on. It has actually not been it's not put off totally, it's not put out totally, but they are under control. That's a good thing, right? So right now, Burjan, let me tell you, अभी ऐसे ही आपको updates देते रहेंगे हम लोग रोज Burjan, and that's our job ever since COVID sheltering in place come in. Radio DOTs have always been named as one of the essential workers because radio sends out a message to people. So we try to maintain physical distancing and make sure we can send the right information for you guys, and we make sure that information gets to you with proper sources. So when you go to our news blog mediamahima.com, you can make sure that we actually have a link for you guys to go read up the source where we got the news from. It's not something we just come out of we don't pull out of our hats and everything, right, Faltwani?
Right.
Yeah, and of course we do follow tweets of Trump, but only we post what we think is really useful for us. When I say that, I'm talking about something which is not, we don't try to repost all those hate things which they put up on social media. We try to avoid all those things, Manojam. So go check out information on mediamahima.com for sure. लेकिन अभी के लिए let's go see what's happening locally. मतलब रास्ते पे क्या हाल है बटजन with रास्ते का हाल टोटल सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Yeah, Balajan, 408-912-2479 is the number to call here if at all you feel that there's one particular location I have missed out or some update you want to share with us for our bandhus to benefit from, right? So give us a call here, 408-912-2479. All the freeways are looking kind of open and nice, green color. In other words, it's moving. Traffic is moving. There are some closures in Redwood City for the on-ramp to 84 because of construction work going on there. That's about it, nothing else. Fire-wise, you guys do know that there are some roads closed off because of the fire and how the repair work, what do you call it, the construction or reconstruction work happening in multiple places having closures of those roads as well. So watch out for that. Now let's see, there's a report of an accident on 880 northbound exiting at the 98th Avenue in Oakland. The off ramp is affected there, but I don't see much of a traffic backup over there. The CHP is on the scene trying to clear it off. Speaking of accidents and CHP being on the scene, CHP is on the scene on 280 southbound, south of San Jose Avenue in San Francisco. I do see a little bit of congestion there because the roads are pretty much kind of backed up. Not too bad, but they are backed up. So probably 5 minutes or delay or whatever, right? And also speaking of accidents, 280 northbound coming south towards Torresdale Drive in Burlingame. The lanes are blocked. I expect delays in that region. I see that. Well, actually, it's not too bad. CHP is on the scene. The off-ramp, on-ramp is actually affected there. But yeah, watch out for that. Drive very carefully. In fact, yesterday, Faltoni, last night, I saw a particular accident. Very unfortunate. The freeways were actually open. My request to everybody out there, freeways, when you come out, if at all you're sheltered in for 169 days, when you come out, you'll feel like, you go crazy looking at the empty freeways. Please drive responsibly.
Correct.
Please drive responsibly. This is just because there's a freeway, is like there's no traffic there, doesn't mean you got to speed. Please maintain your speed limits. And there was very unfortunate fact, only one car single had a spin-off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was last night. Very unfortunate. I hope the drivers and all are safe. But of course, the result of that was traffic backup, right?
So did that car affect other cars?
No, luckily it was the freeway was empty, right?
Right.
So because right now shelter in place, what's happening is not many people are going out. Thank you so much for that. Please don't risk it by going out and everything and congregating in different places because we still don't know what and how the virus is spreading. Yeah, there's kind of there's illusion of a control going on right now as to they're able to contain it somewhere wherever it is, but there's still talk about it. Just don't get distracted the fact that oh everything is fine, let's go out. No, try to maintain physical distancing and try to wear the mask if you can. Those are the basic things. And most importantly, but again, health-wise, make sure you actually have your hygiene taken care of. Like don't touch your mouth, face as is without washing your hands and everything. And also make sure you eat healthy and exercise. That's important. Falwani, let's take a quick look at the headlines. How about that?
Yes, Alto Baba, we most definitely can.
And of course, Banjan, the headlines which we share with you guys on air is available for you guys to read up in detail on our news blog as well, mediamahima.com. Go check it out there for sure. Like in this is what is the headlines.
Trump defends Kenosha shooting suspect and is actually going to be heading to politically crucial Wisconsin amid the violence and racial unrest. Portland police arrest 19 protesters as political divide hardens. Deputies shoot and kill a black man in South Los Angeles, sparking protest again. Thousands of small business loans may have been fraudulent, according to the House panel inquiry. Yes, we're talking about the COVID small business loans, Panjan.
Oh my goodness.
Hackers test defenses of Trump campaign websites. In some tech news, Tesla has launched a $5 billion capital raise, tapping in on the share surge. Zoom shares are also soaring, but Wall Street is warning of risks when the pandemic eases. Samsung's new foldable phone is its biggest phone right now.
Wait, biggest phone as in the size-wise?
Yeah.
That's why it's foldable, I suppose.
Yeah. It looks like a little mini iPad, I think. I mean, from the pictures that I'm seeing. So. In the LAC row, India, in the India-China tensions, China has tried to disrupt status quo even while the army talks were underway, says Ministry of External Affairs.
Wow.
Former President Pranab Mukherjee is cremated with full state honors. In the coronavirus roundup from India crosses nearly 2 million cases in August.
Oh my goodness.
50% rise in 1 month than any other part of the world.
I have a feeling India is trying to target herd immunity.
Oh.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Bajan, India is very difficult as a nation itself, population-wise.
Right.
Difficult to control people's movements.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job, but again, still. Well, anyway, Bajan, whichever part of the world you are, I know our shows go all over the world.
Right.
Please try to be responsible, at least for some more time.
Absolutely.
I'm sure our medical doctors and everybody, our scientists are working on a, I would say, cure or a vaccine, which will keep us safe. But until then, let's all get together and make sure we overcome this hardship of ours. You know,
right.
With this beautiful song I lined up for you guys. From the movie Sanju Badajan, Kar Har Maidan Fateh. Yes, let's all do it together. Kar Har Maidan Fateh Badajan.
घायल परिंदा है तू दिखला दे जिंदा है तू बाकी है तुझ में हौसला तेरे जुनू के आगे अंबर पनाहे मांगे कर डाले तू जो फैसला
रूठी तकदीरें तो क्या टूटी शमशीरें तो क्या टूटी शमशीरों से ही हो कर हर मैदान
And of course, Baljan, the voices are unmistakable. Sukhwinder Singh and Shreya Ghoshal. But what you probably would not know is the music direction. It actually is a new person, Vikram Montrose. And of course, lyrics by Shekhar Astitwa for the movie Sanju.
कर हर मैदान फतेह बुंदिया हर मैदान फतेह
And Bhajan, if you like this song, you can always post a comment for us and say, yeah, that's a nice song. And of course, Bhajan, very nice acting by Faltoni's favorite, Ranbir Kapoor. But again, I would say, I think he's a method actor. He's done a wonderful job. He personally knew Sanjay Dutt also, is what I would say, is worked to his advantage also. Faltoni, it's time for us to go see whatever headlines you shared, right? A little more detail, please, because I'm very curious to know, did actually Trump support that guy who was, that 17-year-old guy who was actually toting that, that automatic rifle?
Yes, Altubaba. In fact, that guy's name is Kyle Rittenhouse, right? And, well, what did President Trump say? On Monday, he declined to comment and condemn the actions of the 17-year-old suspect in the shooting of 3 protesters against police brutality in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I beg your pardon?
Does anybody know what why did he, well, okay, there were protests.
Yeah.
So do you know setting what happened?
Yeah, so this guy, or it's all, again, he calls himself part of the militia.
There's a militia there now.
Yeah, no. So he's driven there from another state,
Okay.
from another part of the town.
Okay.
To basically, that's why Facebook is also coming under fire for it, because they didn't take down this militia page in time because it was inciting violence.
Oh, they're
So-
recruiting people to come and help.
Yeah, so there
But
was
what
one
happened?
business
Uh-huh.
that they went to try and save that business. And that business owner. So they said, okay, everybody who has guns or whatever, come. We need to support, make sure that this business is safe.
Wow.
So this is a kid, and really, it's a kid, but a
Please,
17-year-old.
I'm sorry. Don't say. I don't think you should let them slide by saying it's a kid. I'm sorry. 17-year-old, you actually should know what's happening, and 16-year-old is they're trying to make them as votable age as well in San Francisco.
I know, but
there's
I'm-
full responsibility. He should be tried as an adult, not as a kid.
On what basis does this boy get to have access to guns in the first place? So Kyle Rittenhouse is the person. He is the 17-year-old suspect in the shooting. He has been charged with 6 criminal counts, including first-degree intentional homicide for the shooting last week that left 2 protesters dead and a third injured. An investigation is ongoing, which even the president has acknowledged. What exactly happened and why is President Trump defending him? Well, when asked during a Monday press briefing whether he would condemn this Illinois teen's actions, Trump defended him, suggesting that it appeared to him that the shooter was acting in self-defense.
Wow.
There is no proof. Nobody has said that he was acting in self-defense. In fact, you can see the video where he's like he's shooting
Into the mob.
into the crowd, and people are
Wow.
saying he's got a gun. There are 2 big armored police vans.
Wait, when there were police vans, how did this militia get in place? Is there any news about that?
I don't have.
Was the police in on it? Were they the people who actually asked them to come in?
Well, there's a lot of conspiracy theories afloat, right?
Wow.
So what Trump said was, quote, he was trying to get away from them, I guess it looks like, noting that this investigation was still under investigation. I guess he was in very big trouble. He
Well,
probably would have been killed.
Common sensically speaking, if at
Unquote.
all you're a police thing, and a police officer, if at all they see anybody else having arms, wouldn't they restrain them? And they did not restrain this guy?
No, they didn't. This guy has a gun that is hanging, and
Uh-huh.
what he did was he's very clever. You can see him walking. People are saying when he's shooting, you can see it's not very clear. It's a chaotic video because people are saying, "Oh my God, he's got a gun!" They're screaming in the background, right?
Uh-huh.
You can hear. They're like, "Hey, he's got a gun!" And then this guy is running in, and then the police vans are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he puts his hands up in the air. He's got the gun, but he's already done the damage, whatever he needs to do. So he's putting up his hands in the air. And the police don't even stop for a minute. Like they are there. We don't know what's going on, but they just, a white guy with a gun, so it's not a big deal. So
My
they go away.
goodness. Yeah.
They don't. There's nothing stopping him. And the same thing, Jacob Blake got shot because they assumed that he was reaching into his car for a gun.
But then I'll tell you one thing, there's two different incidents because I know some people actually were confused to what these incidents are. It's two different incidents happening in unfortunately different places. Even recently.
No, it is in the same place.
No, okay, but he did not. He was not the person who. He was the person who shot Jacob Blake?
No, he did
That's
it.
what I'm talking about. Two different things, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same place, yes. But just imagine the protests are happening and all the stuff. It's unfortunate.
So
and
the protests, for those of you who don't know Madajan or are not caught up, are happening because of the fact that a black man called Jacob Blake
Yep.
was shot 7 times at point blank range. 7 times in front of his 3 children in the car. And the man is paralyzed waist downwards right now because his spinal cord is shattered to bits. Now, regardless of whether he was a criminal, whether he was something, whatever was happening, 7 times. Why couldn't it stop? What is the explanation for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullets? First bullet is fine, but it's just if they wanted to stop and they were afraid for their lives, right? And 3 police officers. I mean, anyway, it's the more I think about it, the more I get upset because it's like it's so evident as to why they fear.
no, there has to be some change in this, and in fact, protest-wise, I definitely would support the protests, not the violent process. Of course, definitely protest which has to happen because there needs to be change.
Yeah.
And the change, Badajan, please, November 3rd is the day. November 3rd. If at all you're looking for change, that's the time you vote. No, it doesn't matter who you pick.
No, actually, if you have mail-in voting, mail-in ballots, if you
Yeah.
haven't registered, register and send in the ballots well ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
in fact,
wait till
what
the
we'll do,
last-
probably we'll have a PSA arranged for you guys to be reminding you of these things as well.
Exactly.
We'll post it on our Facebook page as well and also on our website. What else do we have as news?
Well, so President Donald Trump now, despite entreaties from people there to stay away, he is going to Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Because he's recruiting his militia, Valturani. I told you, right? There's a conspiracy of him. If at all he loses elections, he's going to take over America.
Oh my God! To highlight his law and order campaign team in a city which is completely appended by protests after the shooting of this black man by a white police officer. The Republican president, who is running for re-election against Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden, has seen his polling gap with the former vice president narrow amid ongoing protests. So his polling is increasing when there is this much racial injustice and resulting violence. So last week's, for those of you who don't know, last week's RNC portrayed Biden as a leader whose policies would create further chaos in the streets. And now Trump's trip to Wisconsin, a political battleground state that he won narrowly in 2016, gives him a chance to emphasize his police-friendly pitch in a state that he hopes to keep in his column in the November 3rd election. In fact, he has even launched the National Guard to quell violence there and has offered to send federal assistance to other cities such as Portland, Oregon, which has experienced 3 months of protests. So speaking of which, Portland now, protests have flared again overnight on Monday as demonstrators clashed with police on the streets of Oregon City, which has become a focus of the U.S. presidential race after months or some time really, really violent confrontations. And this came the night before President Donald Trump was due to visit Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Democratic challenger Joe Biden on Monday said that it was Trump himself who was stoking the violence. And the same thing has been echoed by Portland Mayor. And he says, don't try to offer us solutions right now after you yourself have,
You pinch the
stoked.
child and go and yeah.
Exactly. So about 200 to 300 people gathered in a downtown area to march to the apartment of Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler to demand his resignation because he finally asked when President Trump said he's going to deploy the National Guard, he said, fine, you do what you have to do, I'll do what I have to do. He gave up. He was fighting it till then, but then he just gave up. So, and then they were seen setting fire to wooden benches and plastic trash bins along the march. So, Anyway, you can get more information about this. Portland has been a hotspot, especially after George Floyd was killed. So you can get more information about this on MediaMahima.com. While all this is going on in the Black Lives Matter movement, Banjan, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Deputy shot and killed a black man on Monday afternoon, sparking another protest and an investigation by homicide detectives. Two deputies tried to stop the man as he was riding his bicycle, and the encounter turned violent, the sheriff's department says. A large crowd gathered near the shooting in South Los Angeles, chanting "No justice, no peace," as deputies stood facing them. They also chanted the name Dijon Kizi, the dead man's name, according to Los Angeles chapter of Black Lives Matter, and of course media reports citing family members. Officials have not yet publicly identified who this man is or what exactly happened. It happened around 3:15 California time, and the sheriff's department said that the two deputies saw the man riding his bicycle in a violation of vehicle codes.
And they shot him on that.
Yeah. But they didn't offer any details about the man or the nature of any infraction. The man just dropped the bike and fled on foot, and an eyewitness video shows him running and carrying what looks like a bundle of clothing. So, and then these officers supposedly, caught up with him, and he supposedly punched one of the officers in the face, and then dropped the items in his hands, and then the police officers shot him.
Okay.
So you can get more on that too on MediaMahima.com. Well, speaking of all of this, let's tell you that hackers have actually stepped up efforts to knock the Trump campaign and business websites offline ahead of the US election, in what a security firm working for the campaign said could be preparation for a larger digital assault, according to email seen by Reuters. This security assessment was prepared by staff at the US cybersecurity firm Cloudflare, which has been hired by President Donald Trump to help defend his campaign websites in an election contest overshadowed by warnings about hacking, disinformation, and, of course, foreign interference. Thousands of small business loans, tens of thousands of loans worth billions of dollars, may have been subject to fraud, waste, and abuse in the $659 billion taxpayer-funded Paycheck Protection Program aimed at helping small U.S. businesses survive the coronavirus pandemic. A congressional panel has said on Tuesday over $1 billion went to companies that received multiple loans in violation of the program's rules. The House of Reps Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Crisis has said U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is due to testify before the panel at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Democrats in Congress and Trump administration have been at loggerheads since July over further steps to bolster the economy after the government approved trillions of dollars in March to respond to the coronavirus pandemic. But this PPP provided more than $5.2 million of forgivable loans through the SBA by the time it ended in August.
5.2 million or billion?
Million. They've only given
That's
5.2
it?
million. Yes.
Of all $1 trillion which is
Yes.
set out? Oh
yes.
my.
And of that, they're saying that several million have gone to fraudulent. These are fraudulent loans to the same businesses that had other loans also.
Wow.
Yeah. And if those of you who are interested in finding out more, you can dig in deeper. There is also investigation underway to Trump and Jared Kushner's investments
Yeah.
and shell companies that they hold as well. So please do go ahead and take a look at it. People who have the money still say that they need the money to support themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tesla, as I mentioned, has unveiled its biggest program of new share sales as a public company seeking to cash in on soaring Wall Street interest in the electric car maker to raise up to $5 billion that will ease future debt pressures. Wall Street analysts raised price targets for Zoom video communications on Tuesday as the shares were set to hit record highs, while warning that a return to office work could hamper its success in luring small corporate consumers. And as I mentioned, Samsung's new foldable smartphone also is its largest phone, offering a tablet screen size 12% bigger than its first Galaxy Fold. It was unveiled today. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 screen measures 7.6 inches.
Wow, that's nice.
Yes, when it's unfolded. You could go and look it up on MediaMahima.com, and also the details about the LAC Rao Bandhujan with regard to how China has been trying to disrupt status quo even when army talks were underway, and also about the Sushant Singh Rajput case where now Rhea Chakraborty is filing a defamation suit. Find it on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have for you on this morning's Good Morning Babe. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Till then, have yourselves a terrific Tuesday.
मैदान फतेह घायल परिंदा है तू दिखला दे जिंदा है तू बाकी है तुझ में हौसला तेरे जुनू के आगे अंबर पनाहे मांगे कर डाले तू जो फैसला